I'm Spider-Man, and I saw Spider-Man Homecoming. It is directed by John Watts, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is sponsored by my link tree. You can learn more about that at the end of this review. What you're saying, the real identity of Spider-Mint is mint salad? What? Yeah, that's me. That's me. Wow, I can't believe it. You caught me. I was just, being Spider-Man about to do a cool little reveal on Spider Homecoming. Yeah, that. They have dances and such like that, but honestly, I find it fun that the majority of the movie is surrounding this homecoming dance, and that's also where the climax of the movie is. But I don't want to skip way too far ahead. I'm going to start from the very beginning. So the movie starts with Peter Parker. He's just doing Spider-Man things and such like that, and I like the things and such like that he does. Like, for example, he's just swinging from a web, trying to help out whenever he can. Also, the movie is opening in a really cute, home-style video montage of Spider-Man just being there. He's also there for Civil War. So this happens after Civil War occurs. So there's that. I also like how he's like, okay, we'll keep filming, and Happy's not happy about the fact that he keeps on filming. But Tony Stark is totally alright with it. And when I saw their interaction, and that Tony Stark is completely alright with, video recordings, I guess? Yeah, it's a video recording. It's a video diary, essentially. I'm like, man, that makes Tony Stark pretty endearing, I'm not gonna lie. It seems to me that Tony Stark really likes Peter Parker and really wants to keep him around, and is willing to entrust him with this really expensive, really cool suit. And it's like, I wonder what other things the suit can do. And Peter Parker is also thinking this at the same time. I swear, this movie is basically about doing way too much. Alright, doing too much, and that's causing problems. Both Tony Stark and Peter Parker in this movie. So we have Tony Stark, since instead of just having these dudes clean up this area after the Avengers occurred, Tony Stark was like, I'm gonna do this and y'all are gonna be out of a job. Haha, get wrecked, y'all. And it's fun because this is where these main antagonists come from, because of Tony Stark. Tony Stark created them, alright? And if Tony Stark didn't come in and take people's jobs, then there wouldn't be a market for these alien weapons that is eventually created. And it seems like these alien weapons are being sold, and it seems incredibly irresponsible on the criminals' parts to sell these weapons. Not a fan of irresponsibility. I mean, you guys know how to use the weapons, clearly, but, at the same time, a person just buying these weapons might not know how to use this as well as you guys do. So there's always that concern. I also really appreciate just showing the small little moments of Peter Parker and Ned's life. It's cute. I like Ned a lot. He's a guy in the chair. Wow, he's a trope. What? Yeah. This movie goes pretty meta sometimes. When I say meta, it seems like it's a direct commentary on what the movie is doing, which is interesting. I want to go back to the thought that this movie is just Peter Parker doing way too much. So Peter Parker is like, I have to wait around for Tony Stark to be around. And it's like, bro, no you don't. You just live your life. If you need to, he needs you. So you're gonna quit the decapathon, the decalopathon, the speaking history in DC, yeah, whatever. You're gonna skip that in order to Spider-Man around more? Oh man, hilarious. Ha ha ha. Very ambitious. He's also very young. And I really like the pacing of this movie because it goes from like an incident that Peter Parker has, and then he has to sneak into his room, and then that's how Ned finds out, and then all of this stuff happens. It's like, oh, I gotta investigate those dudes, man, who stole the weapons, and it's like, if you just left them alone, what would have happened? This movie would have not happened. All right. No one will listen to Peter Parker because he's just a small town kid living in a small town world, or whatever that song is. It's kind of devastating for Peter Parker. He's like, I'm not being listened to. No one's listening to me. I have to stop this. And on one hand, I think it's partially the adults' fault for not listening to Peter Parker and following up on this. But on the other hand, I felt like Peter Parker should have kept his nose out of this business. So he doesn't. And it's really devastating. The level of consequence that has is steady. Like, I do remember, like, my favorite consequence is, like, when he's like, oh, I'm just gonna follow these guys on a ferry and then, like, attack them. And it's like, oh, geez. Dude, what? What? Dude. Wow, the FBI is here, too? Dude, you could, man. Not a fan of Peter Parker's decisions. I also find it highly reckless that when he's in a fight with the Vulture, like, he's deciding to use his web shooters on the weapon itself, and it's like, I don't know, what do you plan on doing with sticky web in a highly radioactive device? Like, yikes. I mean, I think he got lucky when in DC his friends were on that the big penis statue of America, the Washington Monument, yeah, that one, the big old penis statue. They're in it, and it's like everyone's mistake in this movie is not listening to Peter Parker. But it's interesting how Ned essentially carries a big old glowing rock. He's like, I'm just not gonna listen to Peter Parker. He might have something important. Well, why did you skip out on us? And Peter Parker is like, wait, hey, stop, please. You have to stop. No. And then it already goes through the X-ray machine, it goes up into the elevator, it does a little kablowie, and then Peter Parker has to come out of his natural element. Ooh, man. It's scary being so high up, honestly. But I really admire his whatever it's called, is his dedication. And actually going to save his friend's life. There's Liz is there. Also MJ exists, but MJ is not the love interest of this movie. Liz is. And Peter Parker messes up so many times, like trying to hang out with her, abandons her a lot, goes to a party, and abandons her, and then more abandonment. Oh man, sad. I don't really like Peter Parker doing all this abandoning stuff. Like, it doesn't really reflect well on his character. I mean, I know he has the superhero and such, but like, it just seems a little bit rude, not gonna lie. And I know you can't really tell everyone, but I guess it's all right. I guess it's okay. I guess you need to help save the world, but with that fairy, that's kind of not fun. not gonna lie. And Tony Stark is pissed appropriately. I agree. I'm on Tony Stark's side on this. He's like, dude, stay out of your business. You're not gonna have the suit. Wow, you have to have your own suit now. Enough about suits, though. I really want to talk about the interaction with the Vulture and like the car scene, man. So this is homecoming night, and Peter Parker is coming to pick up Liz, and he realizes that the Vulture is Liz's father. And it's like, wow, it's really devastating. He's like really close to you. And he's like doing all these things for a reason. Are you going to really say Liz is a bad guy trying to provide for his family? I mean, he's selling weapons. That's not nice. I mean, Tony Stark did too. That's how he got like $1 million, man. Are you just going to overlook his past too? Or are you just going to go observe a guy's present and deal with the fact that he's the reason why his family is so nice and luxurious, I guess? Yeah. It's a nice house that they live in. So the car scene, it's like slowly more details revealed to the Vulture that Peter Parker is the Spider-Man. It's like, you abandoned me a lot. You abandoned me a lot in this place, and this place, and this place. And like, he's like, interesting. He gets like the red on his face. And then like, as soon as he realizes, the thing goes to green, the light, and it's awesome. And then he like threatens him once he does a little pull up. He's like, yo, with the gun, he's like, yo, I'm gonna let you go because you saved my daughter's life, but don't you mess with business. And he does it again. He immediately abandons Liz to go pursue the Vulture. The Vulture is about to rob Tony Stark. And it's like, would you rather be with Liz and have a good time and have a high school experience still, or would you rather deal with the bigger picture? And he would rather deal with the bigger picture, and so would I in that instance, so I completely understand. So I really like Peter Parker's resilience. He's like swinging underneath, I guess, on Vulture. It's very scary. And then he gets on the ship, have a little fight. The ship crashes, have a little fight. Peter Parker does a little, I'm gonna not actually kill you, but instead I'm going to web you up with all these stolen possessions and goods, and then now Liz has to leave because her father's in prison. So Peter Parker just broke up a family. Good job, Peter Parker. You did it. Wow, superhero dude of the year. I also really like how in the middle part, I didn't really mention this, that he hacks his suit and then learns that, oh, all of these protocols are actually hidden and he actually doesn't trust me. So I'm going to go against his back and make sure he doesn't actually trust me. It's like, ugh. I mean, you gotta prove yourself, Peter Parker. You can't just like hack it to a millionaire software he's gonna notice, and he does, and it's sad. And then he gets the suit taken away for it, which is ultra sad. So I find it fun that this movie ends on such a nice note for Peter Parker existing. Now, a nice note for Liz and her family, as she has to leave Oregon now, which is great. I heard they have great strains of bud there, honestly, and I like Oregon. Oregon's a nice place. It's definitely warmer and, I don't know, more temperate than Washington State for sure. So there's that. I also really like the small character moments of everyone involved. Like Ned is funny. He's funny, especially when he gets caught in the library. He's like, oh, I'm watching porn. It's like, that's worse than saying you're helping Spider-Man. I guess that is better than saying you are helping the Spider-Man, actually. So that's hilarious. Haha, funny joke. So there's that. I appreciate the level of dedication that Ned has to Peter Parker now, especially since he's Spider-Man and he knows the secret. Haha, I got him. And then the end is when Aunt May finds out, and it ends on like, what the fuck? And then like it cuts off there, and that's cute. So I liked this movie. This was a very fun movie. I've watched this before, and I did like a 1-minute review on this for very famous YouTuber Tony from Hacks and Movies. But I never really did a full review on it, so I just rewatched it again, and honestly, I missed some details that when watching again, that I caught upon rewatch, so this is definitely worth the second rewatch. In terms of like any extra story threads, there's not really a lot of that, not gonna lie. And none extra ones upon second rewatch that you catch up on. It was mostly a refresher for me. I honestly wish there was more for me to watch on my second rewatch. Like, oh, there's some new information, some hidden information. The only really thing that I got was like Happy doesn't listen to Peter Parker and he's majorly screwed over by the end of the movie until Peter Parker helps him not get robbed or fun stuff like that. So based on my enjoyment of the movie, and I didn't really notice the editing or the directing or anything like that, but I do really appreciate the great acting. I think the acting was great, and I really like Tom Holland as a Spider-Man. I give this movie like a solid 8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. You should really like that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. You can fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASApresents, $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month. $3 a month, how to draw Pokemon tutorials, all at patreon.com/ASApresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, go to the link tree to find the way that you can help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews. So you can go here, add us to next time, Mid-South Saw. I'll see you later, bye. South Creek Odds, big bits.